What's up, party people? Okay, I'm not trying to spam y'all with videos or anything like that. I'm just pretty much trying to get these in while I got the time. All right. And in the last video, I told y'all that I was going to tell y'all about the higher power or my experience with the higher power. Now, the story I'm about to tell you is 100% accurate. It's 100% real. Honest to God. Well, my right hand. Let me do my right. Honest to God. It's 100% real. And when I reference the higher power, you could call him Lord, God, Jesus, Muhammad, whatever you believe in. It's that higher power. All right. And like I've been doing this for a year, so I think we're at the level that y'all know that I'm not crazy. Like I might be a little off, but I'm not ready for the straight jacket yet. Okay, I'm not there yet. So, like I said, what I tell you might sound a little crazy, but once again, it's 100% true. It's the honest to God truth. All right. So, and this ain't the first time I heard it, and this ain't the only time I heard it. Actually, I've experienced this maybe like 3, 4 times. But this is just one of the ones that's more like PG, I guess. Well, no, not exactly, but anyway. This happened when I first moved to Georgia. Me and my girlfriend at the time made the move down here, but it took us a little longer to find a job than we anticipated. I ended up finding a job first. So we had depleted our move funds. So this job was a necessity to hold on to what we had until she found something or until I found something better. But living check to check would be an understatement. Like, and I was temping. I was working for a temp agency. It just they found a permanent placement. Well, it wasn't supposed to be permanent, but they liked me, so it ended up being permanent for a little while. But I get paid on Friday, but my account would be at zero by Tuesday. You know what I mean? It was like that. And on this particular Wednesday night, I was coming home and my gas tank was on E. When I tell you it was on E, it was about to move past the red. Like I was surprised I made it home. I really didn't think I was gonna make it home, but I did end up making it home. And I figured if anything, I had enough gas in there to get to the gas station. If I went any farther than the gas station, which was maybe like 2.5 blocks down the road, either way. But if I went anywhere past that, that car was gonna stop, and I ain't have money to tow anything like that. So once I parked that car, I went inside and I figured, well, I started thinking about what was I gonna do about the next day, because Thursday I was supposed to be at work 7 a.m. I worked 7 to 4, and like I said, I didn't get paid till Friday. But my job was 45 minutes away, and the temp agency that I had to pick my check up from was pretty much on the same street of my job, but on the opposite end. So whether to get to my check or the job, it was 45 minutes away. All right, and this was back when there was no Uber. There was no Uber. There was no Lyft. There's no public transportation. There's no bus, no train to get down there. Like, if you ain't got a car, you're screwed. Come on, cut the lights on. Hold on. Bear with me 1 second. Boom. Heck with it. Okay. Yeah. So I was basically stuck. So Wednesday night, well, early Thursday morning, I woke up at about 4:30, trying to figure out a plan. What was I gonna do? And the best I could come up with is, okay, I'll call in for Thursday, and I don't know, I'll figure something out for Friday. I figured I'd just take it one day at a time. All right. But the place that I worked at, they took call-ins very seriously. Like if you called in, they wanted proof. Like if you called in saying you had a flat tire, they wanted to see the tire personally. You know what I mean? It was like that. I mean, if you called in sick, like they wanted you to bring a doctor's note that day. You know what I mean? It was like that. So whatever I had to tell them, it had to be good and something that I could prove. You know, I couldn't just tell them I can't afford gas. You know what I mean? So, like I said, at about 4:30, I started trying to figure something out, and my wheels are turning. They're turning, boy. They turned all the way up to, say, about 5:15. Somewhere between 5:15 and say 5:30. Because I had to come up with something by 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock was the 0 hour. Because like I said, I was supposed to be to work at 7. So if I tried to call in after 6, they would label it a no-call, no-show and terminate me immediately. So 6 o'clock was the 0 hour. I had to make this phone call by 6 o'clock. And like I said, it's about 5:15, 5:30 now. And as I'm sitting here laying in bed trying to figure out a good lie to tell them, all of a sudden, a voice speaks to me. And it's hard for me to say that it was a voice, because it wasn't really a voice, but it was a feeling that was talking. Like it is so hard for me to describe, because it's something you're not hearing it, but you I don't know if you sense it, but it's talking. Like you could understand, like it's talking to you, and you understand what it's saying, but you don't know where it's coming from. It's just, like I said, it's hard to describe. I don't know how to tell, how to explain it to you. But this feeling tells me, go to work. Just like that, go to work. So I'm sitting up there laying there. I'm like, well, it doesn't make any sense for me to go to work because there's no gas in the car. There's no way I'm going to make it to work. Like, if it makes it to the gas station, I'll be surprised. So I don't know what you want me to do. So, but that voice just keeps repeating that same statement. Go to work. Just go to work. So now it's getting to the point where I'm laying in bed arguing with this feeling. Because I'm like, why am I going to go to work? I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. Why am I going to go to work? There's no gas in the car. Voice just keeps going. Go to work. Just go to work. And I'm like, so now I'm arguing back and forth with this voice. Around 5:55 hits. And now, okay, it's now or never. If I'm a call, I got to call now. But this voice is still like, it keeps saying the same thing. Just go to work. Go to work. So I argue with it some more. Now 6 o'clock passed. It's like 6:05 now. It's too late. Now I gotta go. I gotta go, or I just can't myself. So fine. I get up. I go in the bathroom, start brushing my teeth, and I'm looking in the mirror. And I'm like, I don't even know why I'm brushing my teeth. Like, I might as well just get back in bed because there's nowhere I can go. There's no gas in the car. I'm dead broke. Everything I could borrow, I done borrowed. Everything I could sell, I done sold. Like, there's nothing. I have no money. It's a done deal. I'm stuck. Voice keeps repeating. Just go to work. Go to work. So I go into the living room to get dressed because I'm still arguing with this feeling. Like, I'm visibly arguing with this feeling. Like, I have no idea why I'm doing this. Why am I getting dressed? I'm just going to get back in bed. There is no place I could go. Why am I doing this? Go to work. Voice keeps saying, go to work. So fine. Cause yeah, I'm getting annoyed with this voice now because I'm like, why you keep telling me to go to work? There's nowhere I could go. There's nothing I could do. But it just keeps saying, go to work. So I'm like, all right, fine. So I walk out the door. I turn the corner of my apartment complex, and now I'm looking into the parking lot to where my car is parked. And I stop because I'm just standing there looking at the car. And I'm like, all I'm going to do is get in the car. I don't even want to turn the car on because then it might use up the gas that maybe could have got me to the gas station. So I don't even want to start the car. So I'm looking at the car and I'm like, all I'm going to do is go over there and sit in it. For what? Voice keeps saying, go to work. Just go to work. So I'm like, all right, fine. You know what? I'm just go over here, sit in the car. Okay? So I start walking. And as I'm walking, the voice says, stop. I stop. It says, look down. And I look down. And on the left side of my foot, it's a mix of sand and grass. But right next to my left foot, there's a bill in a square. I can't tell what it is, but it's a bill. It's some type of money. So I bend down, I pick it up, and I unfold it. It was folded 2 times. It was folded in half, then folded again. But when I unfold it, it's the cleanest, crispest $10 bill you ever seen in your life. I looked up at the car. One more time, that voice said, now go to work. I went, jumped in the car, made it to the gas station, put the $10 in. It got me to work Thursday, back and forth. Friday, I got down there, picked up my check. I was good. Now, when I had time to really think about what happened, keep in mind, I was never going to get out of bed. There was no point. I was just going to get up, call in, jump back in bed, because that was as far as I was going to go. So if it wasn't for that voice or that feeling constantly telling me to just go to work, just go to work, I never would have walked outside. If I ain't never walked outside, I never would have found that money. And once again, this is a 100% true story. I'm not lying to you. And like I said, this isn't the only time it's happened. This isn't the only time I've heard or felt this feeling or heard this voice. Like I said, it's hard to describe because it's like a mix of you sense it, but you hear it. Never mind. I don't know how else to describe it to you. But basically, there's no way I could have known that money was out there. So it had to take something or someone to get me out of bed. As hard-headed as I am, I told y'all, I'm hard-headed and stubborn. Every time I've heard this or every time I've experienced this, I've argued with that feeling. I've argued, I mean, visibly. Like, if y'all ever seen somebody sitting in their car arguing with nobody, and at that time I was driving either a red Pontiac or a gray Taurus, that was me arguing with that voice. Because I'm telling you, this is an absolute true story. I'm arguing with it visibly. But something or someone knew that money was out there. Now, I don't know if, like, to go deeper with it, if it was placed there for me because it knew that I was going to need this help. I can't tell you. But there is no way, as far as I was concerned, I was calling in that Thursday. I got out, called in, jumped right back in bed, went back to sleep. Tried to figure out what the hell I was going to do Friday. But something or someone has been looking out for me. Like, when I tell y'all I've been through some dark times, and that's the thing. Like, I had very little value on life when I was younger. And I would put myself in very dangerous situations because I was brought up in Catholic school. And from the nuns and the priests and everything, like, the greatest sin is suicide. So I never believed in suicide, never. Like, even when I was going through my depression, I called the depression hotline. And I answered yes to every question he had. And the last question he asked me was, have you had thoughts of suicide? And I told him no, because I don't believe in suicide. He said, call us back when you think of killing yourself. And he hung up. That was the depression hotline. He said, call us back when you start thinking about killing yourself. And he hung up. So I never believed in suicide, but there are times when I would go out and I won't necessarily say try to get myself killed, but you could pretty much say that because, like, it was just some dark times for me. I was lost. I was so lost. I was lost. I was so confused. I was young. I was naive. I thought I knew, or I thought I had a grasp on the world, and I had no clue. I had no clue compared to what I've come to realize now at this stage in life. But for whatever reason, there has been something or someone looking out for me. Because like I said, there's those times I could have gotten serious trouble. Like, I could have got serious trouble. But I would get that voice, and that voice would tell me. And I'd fight with it. And every single time it's right. It's almost aggravating because every single time it's absolutely right. Oh, like, I'm not mad, but geez. Oh, man. But that, and matter of fact, it didn't all click. Like, it, even after that, like, even after all these instances, it still took years for it to finally click. Like, that's why I feel so strongly about a purpose. Because if something is looking out for me like that, then the only thing I feel I can do is try to repay it. Like, okay, fine. If I'm here for a reason, let me be, or let me do what it is that this higher power wants me to do. Let me be where this higher power wants me to be. And like I'm telling y'all, I'm not crazy, but even this higher power takes care of me. Like, it puts me where it wants me to be when whatever I've done is done. Like, there's times when I'm stuck. And no matter what I do, I apply to jobs, I redo my resume, I'm calling, I'm searching, filling out applications, and nothing. I mean, nothing to pan out. So then finally, I'll let it go. I'll let it go, and I'll realize, okay, I'm here for a reason. And when I complete that reason, it'll be time for me to move on. And lo and behold, once again, 100%, I'm telling you all the truth. Lo and behold, I will get that feeling like, okay, it's done. You're done. Move on. And a job will pop up like that. Just like that. I mean, after months, after days, after weeks, even years of searching, nothing panning out. I'm talking people getting hired. Yeah, come over here. They're not even doing background checks. Just come on in, they'll hire you. When I get there, something. It's always something. I mean, the craziest thing, it'll be something. Because it's just not the right time. But then, like I said, once I do whatever it is I feel I'm supposed to do, then it'll tell me, like, okay, now's the time. And all those applications and whatnot, it'll put me where I'm supposed to be. And pretty much I will get the sense like, okay, now I need you to go here. And I need you to sit here and just do. Like, it's so hard to explain. But it is. It just is. And I think it might be like that for a few people. Well, really a lot of people. But a lot of times you have a lot of things that's so distracted, or a lot of things that you're occupied with, or a lot of priorities that you feel are so heavy on you and weighing you down that sometimes there might be something trying to tell you, but you just can't hear it because of whatever it is you're focused on or whatever it is you're distracted by. And maybe for some people, like I said, they get it like the same way I kind of get it. And, you know, it kind of works for them like that too. Because I ain't got it all figured out. Like there are so many times when I'm looking at the sky and I'm like, Lord, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm doing everything I could possibly can. Like, everything I do just doesn't work. It fails. Like, I keep trying new ways, or I keep at it. Day after week, after month, after year, I'm at it, and it just never works. So there's points where I don't know what else to do. I don't know what else you want me to do. But I'll get this calming sensation that, well, like, have I not taken care of you? Are you struggling right now? Do you not have everything that you need? Just trust me. And like I said, I'm a hard-headed, stubborn, proud person. So every once in a while, it has to kind of slap me back into reality. But I don't know. I don't know. But I know, like I told you, it is. I don't know how it is. I don't know why it is. But I know that it is. And to me, that's my purpose. Like I said, no matter how insignificant the conversation, no matter how insignificant the interaction, no matter if it's giving somebody a couple bucks, helping somebody with a flat tire, or just being a shoulder for them to cry on. You know what I mean? I try to be that person. Because, like I said, the person you're doing it for might not even appreciate it. But somewhere along the line, somewhere down the line, for whatever reason, it could be significant. And like I said, I could be absolutely wrong about all this. Some of you might even think I'm crazy, but I've been called worse, so I don't care, because I know what I've experienced, and I know what I feel. And this is the most comfortable I've ever felt in my life. Ever. Like, I have my doubts about the road, but I have no doubts about my journey. I really don't. And even now, sometimes I still get lost. But I know that it's not for me to try to see the big picture. It's just for me to experience the journey and pick up what I'm supposed to pick up from it, learn what I'm supposed to learn, understand that we are all people. We are all just looking for that purpose, or looking for that love, or looking for that life, or basically looking for that happiness. Ooh, 28. See, I'm rambling again. I'm going to leave it right there. If y'all want to hear about the other experiences, let me know. Or because if not, then I won't even bother with them. Or if you might have experienced something like that yourself, please let me know. Just so I know I'm not crazy, but a little reassurance is nice sometimes. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going to end it right there. Y'all be safe, be blessed. Come on.